So I've been running hundreds of Tree of Whispers bounty turn-ins for you all, and I want to go through all the different systems associated with this, as well as why it's crucial for your mid-game experience after you finish campaign, because that's when you unlock it, and how it gives you a ton of XP, a ton of early legendaries, and of course, why you should be doing this at all. If you haven't already, be sure to sub. I have a ton of review content from the early access of this game coming to you, and that has already been posted. Be sure to sub. Let's get into it. So there are going to be timestamps in the description down below for you all. But first off, what even is the Tree of Whispers? Well, the Tree of Whispers here, basically, when you unlock it, you're going to mark things on the map, or the Tree of Whispers is going to mark things on the map. And these things will be marked because they are essentially bounty targets, and if you finish them, you're going to acquire Grim Favors. Now, Grim Favors are the currency of the Tree of Whispers, and when you unlock 10 Grim Favors, you can turn them in to the tree to get a reward cache from it. Now, we're going to be talking about all this and actually showcasing it, but first off, these marked targets do expire, which means that you're going to be essentially rotating around the map because the marks are going to be changing. On top of that, not all marks are created equal. Oftentimes, the lighter colors are going to give you less Grim Favors. The open world events, the very simple ones, are only going to give you 1 Grim Favor, but you can oftentimes batch complete them, and they're relatively easy. The ones with 3 Grim Favors are some of the more difficult open world events, and oftentimes can take a little bit extra time, but you can oftentimes do them alongside the 1 Grim Favor ones. And lastly, we have the 5 Grim Favor completions, and these include things like the PvP bosses, dungeons, as well as world bosses, which are a little bit more time intensive and a little bit more difficult to complete. Now, to give you an example of what this looks like, we are in a PvP zone, and I'm going to go ahead and kill the kind of unique boss in this area. And if you have not seen my previous videos already about this same rogue endgame build, we absolutely decimate basically everything in our path, and there is really no contest. But you can see there, once we finish it, I get those 5 Grim Favors, in addition to the normal rewards that you're going to be getting from the PvP mode. So you're going to get the loot from the boss, you're still going to get everything that is normal, but you're just going to get additional Grim Favors, which you can then turn in for the bounty system. Now, once you've acquired 10 Grim Favors, what will happen is you'll see a little icon on the bottom of your map saying to return to the Tree of Whispers, but also every single previous bounty or marked target will be grayed out, and it will say return to the Tree of Whispers to claim your reward, because you cannot actually gather multiple rewards. Like, you can't gather 60 Grim Favors and then turn them all into one or one little batch return. You have to do them one at a time. So when you go ahead and return to the Tree of Whispers, click on it and you get to choose your reward. These rewards are totally random, meaning there's no guarantee you're going to get a helm cache, a boot cache, and a ring cache. You can get one-handed caches, two-handed caches, etc. Also, the greater cache that you see right there, that is not always there. There's not always going to be a greater cache in your rewards. However, we did get one, so I'm going to pick that one. Typically, the greater caches, which are legendary, are going to offer legendaries, sometimes multiple, which are going to be super, super useful. So when you claim it, you're also going to get a bunch of XP and the cache, as we mentioned. And when you open it, you're going to get a bunch of different loot. In those grand caches, you're going to get a legendary, and you're also going to get a couple of nightmare sigils. Really, really useful. You're also going to get crafting materials, rares, as well as gems, but also crafting materials, rares, and gems are in the regular caches, as well as potentially legendary items, but it's not guaranteed. Now, to quickly review every single event or bounty that you could get, most of them are very straightforward, and there doesn't really have to be much of an explanation here. First off, we have dungeons. You just finish the dungeon. Then we have cellars, where you just finish the cellar. The PvP zones have the event, where you have to complete any event. This also applies to the open world. Very straightforward. The PvP zones also have the ritual, which you just turn in your points at the ritual site. If you have not seen a full detailed PvP zone, then you could watch that. That is pretty simplistic. You just find a ritual zone and you turn them in. You have the PvP boss, which, as we showed earlier, we just kill and we get the Grim Favors. And we also have things like the kill zones, where we have to kill spiders in an area, or just farm moats in an area, which is highlighted as we hover over the event. We also have a couple more complicated ones, such as the corpses. These ones, essentially there is a corpse on the floor, which will be glowing red, and you just find that corpse and then you do whatever it says, usually just killing characters in the area, and then a boss will come and you kill that. But the corpse can sometimes be difficult to find, so be sure to go ahead and look in that big circular area. Sometimes these are not worth it. And also we have the tricky one, which can be the ritual sites. Ritual sites will show up randomly, and you'll be able to go ahead and find those ritual sites, which are usually depicted on an icon on the map, and then you'll be able to go ahead and finish that event. There's usually 4 ritual sites. A couple other ones that are not necessarily on the map right here, but they're pretty straightforward. There's the Gathering Legion event, which sometimes appears, and you'll be able to go ahead and do that, but it does have a time limit. And also the world bosses, which again sometimes appear, and you'll be able to finish those for Grim Favors as well. A couple of other miscellaneous tips for the Tree of Whispers, so you don't lose some random rewards that you could have gotten. First off, if you're going to go ahead and acquire Grim Favors, if you're at 9 of 10 of Grim Favors, you can actually complete a dungeon and not waste the other 4. Because what happens is when you finish a dungeon, you're gonna get your full 10, but your next Tree of Whispers bar is actually gonna have 4 of 10. So if you overflow, that's totally fine. You're still gonna get the Grim Favors, but if you complete something at the very end where you already have 10 of 10, you're not gonna be able to stack them. So it only works if you're overflowing, not if you've already finished the bar and you're going for another activity. Another thing to note is, as I mentioned earlier, these do have an expiration time. So if you decide to go ahead and do something like a dungeon, expecting you're going to get Grim Favors, but it expires in 3 minutes, and you finish the dungeon after it expires, you're not going to get the Grim Favors. So just keep in mind that expiration time. Other than that, that's pretty much the entire guide for Tree of Whispers. This is the exceptional process of getting legendaries and experience in the mid game once you finish the campaign, and this actually will help you reach that level 50, assuming you're not going to do anything else, maybe like altar farming or whatever that has that one-time completion aspect. This is a really nice repeatable thing to do, so you can easily reach higher levels and higher world tiers. If this helped, consider dropping a sub and a like on the video, and I'll see you all for a ton more Diablo 4 content.